Hi, happy Mother's Day. This is Esther Mayaka, born again, married to Pastor Mayaka. And we have 3 sons whom we have raised, and they're now big men. We thank God for them. And I was privileged to have a segment with Konekt. Really appreciate for that, and I believe that you're going to be blessed with this. And so we want to thank God and wishing you all the mothers a happy Mother's Day. Be celebrated today and enjoy it. God bless you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us yet again for another power-packed show from The Konekt. Thank you so much. Today we want to celebrate mothers, and what a best way to celebrate mothers but have a mother herself. She's raised 3 incredible men. Actually, they are men now. And it's been an amazing journey just seeing these boys turning to men and just holding their ground and having so much to offer to the community as well. And we just want to learn, maybe get a few insights, a few lessons. But without further ado, please, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the one and only Pastor Esther Mayaka. Yay! Karibu. And maybe to just kick off this conversation today, because it's a conversation and maybe with other mothers or how we celebrate, as we celebrate mothers. So what does motherhood mean to you? Maybe by a description or by one word, what does motherhood or being a mother mean to you?
I think a mother is like mother chicken, if I may call it that way. A mother really, motherhood is a shielding, or rather she's a warmth in the home, and she gathers and she kind of like brings her children under her wings, and she's very protective, she's caring, she's a loving mom. And she spreads all this love to the home and to the children, to the family, to the neighbors. I mean, she's a warmth, I would say that.
Wow, so she spreads the warmth all through to even the neighbors. That is something new that I've had. So the warmth is not only for her family, also to the neighbors.
No, it's experienced around the neighborhood. I mean, because you have it, people feel it, and it's not hidden, because the neighborhood can feel it, because that's a warm heart of a mother.
Wow. So so is it true when they say a family unit is what it reflects to the community? So if there's a very loving, warm, very good family unit, then actually it's a reflection of the society and the community.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah. Amazing. And then in this journey, because it's a journey, what are some of the challenges maybe that face mothers? And maybe would you have some tips? Because you've been there for more than 25 years being a mother, or even more than that. But what are some of the challenges maybe so that mothers can relate? Oh, she went through that, and how can they, overcome such challenges?
Oh, wow. Challenges are very many. I would say from the beginning, when you probably have your child, of course, it's even pregnancy, we may call it that way. There are a lot of challenges that mothers go through because hormonal changes, a strange thing happening within you, having to carry that child for 9 months. It's a strange thing that you feel because you go through different motions. You have morning sickness, you have pains, you have backache, you have all those. And sometimes moods change around yourself. And sometimes even your own husband may not understand you, why you're behaving the way you're behaving. And it's like, what the hell is this? But wait again, a child comes and you're like, wow, this is a child now whom you have to breastfeed. So not another experience altogether. And just to balance all these in the house as a mother, there are those challenges that you find you have, like I've said, challenges of even bringing this child,
figuring out this child.
Yes, exactly. You don't know what they are. And I think at one point for me, I was like, is this what life entails? Because you cannot be able to figure out, because it's a first experience. You don't figure out what it is, so it's like it's quite hard, and that is when you need a lot of support as a mother, and support maybe from your husband, and support maybe with friends who have gone the same road to encourage you. Otherwise it's very easy to give up and just like, hey, this is my cup of tea. But I think, as I said, as a mother, having that motherhood in you, there's a strength. There's a strength that you have, and that strength keeps you going.
Wow.
We'll come to talk about that later.
Wow. Let's talk about now challenges. Not really the challenges, but the support. You mentioned a very key thing there, and then maybe what is the most important the most important thing of having mentors or people. You've talked about people who've gone through that journey. How does that assist you as a mother? Because sometimes we think, oh, I cannot ask, because I know she might not understand me. But you mentioned that it's good to ask mothers who've been through that as well. Yeah. How does that help, and how does that come in handy?
I think then you realize maybe the journey may not be exactly like yours, but the fact that they've gone through the same, and it encourages you that if they've made it,
yes.
I can as well make it.
Wow. Yes, please ask for help. Surround yourself with other mothers. Go out there, find other mothers who've been through this journey. They might share a tip or so that can actually help you.
Exactly.
Amazing. Yeah. And then as a mother, through all this journey, maybe it's 1 or 2 or 3. What has really kept you going? Because you've been on this for over 25 years. What has kept you going?
More than 25 years, I think. My son is 27 now, going to 28. I think what keeps you going is just seeing these children growing up, and you're like, I've been given a responsibility to take care of these children, and you want to shape them into the ways that you want them to grow. And for me as a Christian, as a mother, what really pushed me is like, look, I have to bring these children up in the ways of God. And this I actually learned it from my mom and my dad, who was always like, bring up a child in the way that they should grow. And you spare the rod, you spoil the child. Anytime that we were disciplined, that scripture was ingrained in us. And we just like, it was never a nice experience. But later in our lives, now becoming a parent, you realize it is very important to actually discipline a child and train them the way they should grow.
Wow.
Yes.
We're coming. So what has really kept you going is the growth, seeing the growth in these children. It actually motivates you because you're doing something and they are growing. Something is happening. So that really kept you going. Exactly. And having the faith in God and training them up in the ways of God and just seeing them grow and grasp that and go with it.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then from your experience, what has really, because you've really touched on that, but what really helped you to help these kids or these children to gain this faith or this journey or this culture that you're trying to teach them? What are some of the tangible, maybe things that people can do out there so that they can, pass it on to their children as well?
Yeah, I think I had decided that, my children will not be stolen into the things of this world. And for me, I said I would just discipline them, not necessarily hitting them, but taking measures of things that I would be able to do that will keep them straight. Okay, I actually, they said that, Mom, you're very strict. But I remember I disciplined them just like a smack, or maybe a discipline that I actually used more was things that I would just take away from them. Whether it is going out with friends, I said, this week you're not going to see any friends of yours. Maybe because of a misbehavior that they did. So I will say, you're not going out with your friends this week, you're going to be home. And so I'll make sure that they don't go. And I would make sure that they will know, even if I'm not there, I will know that they went out. So they knew if you don't obey what Mama said, she will definitely find out and will be disciplined for the next 1 week. So I'd rather obey this week to be home and,
Maybe she may let me go the next time.
Yes.
Talking of cultures, now, what are some of maybe cultures that you've formed when they were very little and you've seen them stick to such cultures, or even, doings as a family that actually enable them have these strong identities that they have as they know who they are? So what are some of the things that you did that has actually helped them form a very strong, because they're very strong, independent, and they know themselves? What are some of the things that you did as a parent that actually helped them?
I actually say to them, look, remember you're a child of God. Nobody should speak down upon yourself. Always know that you are somebody. And I kept on telling them that don't ever allow somebody to put you down. At the same time, the culture that I brought around my house was we prayed together every day.
Wow.
Without
fail.
We prayed together. And some of the culture thing that we developed was we went together everywhere we went. Whether it is Bible study, I never left them behind. Whether it is visiting somebody, I never left them behind. As much as maybe sometimes they didn't like it, they would ask, oh, are there small kids there? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, but we have to go. So they came along with us. As boredom as it could be, they came along with us. But of course, for us as well, we realized that, look, we do not want to suppress them into a situation whereby they feel they don't belong. So we made decisions that also will not make them feel away from, suppressed or whatever. So we made sure that they are comfortable.
Wow. And what is the importance of that? Because one of the importance is that when you bring them along, you're able to see if they're going astray or what. You're molding them and you actually can see if something is amiss. But if you don't do things together, then you'll never catch up if something is going wrong.
Exactly.
So the importance of actually doing things together is that you learn them as they grow as well.
Exactly.
And that's a powerful thing. I think also something you mentioned offline is that you have dinners together and have conversations on the table. Talk a little bit about that. How does that help you as a mother to know your children, having dinners together, conversations together? How does that help you as a mother as well?
Yeah, we just like maybe on a table dinner having together, I'll ask, how was school? How did you get any challenges today? Was there any child that you found that was
said something which is
that was not right, was very negative to you? And then that is where I actually was able to know if there was anybody who was like, and I said, look, this is a safe place for you. There's no other safe place out there. Home is the safe place for you to be able to share anything and everything. It does not matter whether you have failed or whether you have done any mistakes out there, you did something wrong, come home. You're not going to punish you. We welcome you. We can only correct you and help you to grow, to be a better person in future and how to handle things or people around you. Yes.
Amazing. And the reason why I asked that question, because my next question and the question that I wanted to ask, how do you create that safe environment? Already you've said the way you do it, you don't reprimand them. First of all, you get to know what's going on. And also, what is the other major thing of how do you, maybe simple steps of creating a safe environment, not only for your children as well, because for your husband as a mother, for your husband and also guests, how do you create that safe environment?
I think I made that safe environment becoming that friendship, whereby, because you can only, children can perceive you as a mother and a father, but the friendship that runs across the board. So it's like we are friends at the same time as a family. So the friends you joke. So there are times we just joke around. We laugh and we crack jokes. Somebody can crack a joke from here, another one can crack a joke from there. And we realized the personalities, they're all different. Isaac is very different from Josh. Josh is very different from Elijah. So they all have different personalities. And then now you realize that they're all very different. And so we handle them actually differently from each other. So it was not like, you just lump them together.
A wholesome.
No.
So it has to be individualistic approach to all the children. Wow, amazing. And now we're coming to that raising up now. So maybe
my name is Faith Nyambura Ruto, and I've come to visit Australia, of course, to visit my daughter.
Okay, my name is Pamela Tarus. I came to visit Dorothy Chepkoech and Emmanuel Kimurgor in Australia to see how they are going on in the life of Australia.
The way I found my daughter, it was exciting to see her from growing up to be a responsible girl. She came here when she was very young, and she came to study, of course. She was doing nursing, now she's a nurse. I'm so happy because the journey has not been easy for her, but she never gave up. She have done well. I'm proud of her, and I'm super excited because of her journey, even to others.
The biggest lesson that I've learned so far is life here is busy. Everybody is busy. Everybody here everybody is working hard. Everybody is busy, going out and coming out, looking for money, and to find that money is very difficult for them. That is why I'm urging the parents at home that anything that you are given, you have to be grateful for whatever, because everything is very expensive here. Paying the bills, maybe paying the rents and whatever, it is very difficult for them. It is not easy as we think in Kenya, that the life is very easy in Australia or abroad here because of money, because so and so has cars. No, life here is very difficult, and we should pray for them so that as they continue staying here, life at least become easy for them after maybe completing their education and maybe settling in the place like Australia.
To the children who are living here in Australia, I think my advice to them is to, if you came here to study, please go to school, go to class, do your work, and also make sure you have a good company, because if you don't have a good company, I don't think you'll go far. But when you have a good company, I think you'll go far. And also, I think for the children who are coming, very young children, they should not think about money. Every time money, money, money. They should also think why they came here. They did not come here because of money. They came here to study. Of course, it's okay to look for that money, but don't forget that you came here to study. I think when you do that, I think you'll be on the right track, because I think people are losing it. The young people are losing it because of money. Because of, you want to live the life that is not yours. You find others who came here long time ago. You want to be like them. I think that one is not okay. You make your parents worry about you when they hear you are not in class. I think that is it. If you came here to study, study. If you came here to work, work. Distance yourself with people who don't have anything to offer for you. Yeah.
Some tips, because now we're in Australia, just to bring context to this thing.
Yeah.
And you've raised all your boys in Australia, a different culture away from home, from Kenya. What are some of the things that you did that actually have helped you bring up these children in such a foreign country?
I would say maybe even 2 of them were born here.
Yeah.
Elijah came when he was very little. And so for me, coming from that culture where beating was a norm, I actually would say I did not abandon that. As much as, in a culture that we are in now, it's like, if you smack a child, it's a crime. I remember one time actually I was in a supermarket. I'll give this short story. We were in a supermarket and, boys being boys, he was just in the aisles running around and picking things from the shelves and all that. And as a mother, I was like to put my foot down and I said, you know what? You're not going to take this thing home. And I don't like the way you're just running around the aisles. I want you, when we're shopping, let us shop together. If you want something, ask me, Mom, can I have this? And I did actually have a pinch on him as I held him because I was running around looking for him. I pinched on him and of course he screamed. And there was this Australian guy who looked at me and I said, I dare you ask me any question. I was like, look, this is my child. If you actually discipline people for passing through the lights,
red lights,
you give red lights,
big fines.
You keep fines.
Yes.
So really, what's the value we are putting in these children? The value we are trying to put into these children is to do the right thing, not to just misbehave, because I saw children misbehaving, crying, throwing up tantrums. I said, not my children, not my children. So as I said earlier, I used to put such measures. I'll discipline them. I'll say, you're going to sit here. If it's your toys, collect them. And I want you to sit there for maybe, give them a few minutes. And they realize, and you don't joke around. Kids, they will also learn the mother. They will learn and they will just smiling. They see whether you're smiling back and, they will be like, oh yeah, Mama smiled back.
So she's fine.
She's fine. And they'll repeat it again. I'll put a hard face on my face and I'm like, no, we're not going to play games here. What I said has to be maintained. So I'll laugh afterwards, but they will have to know that the measure that I have put is what they have to stick to.
That is firmness. Let's talk about discipline a little bit. And then after discipline, we're going to talk about how do you stamp your authority as a mother, because that comes as authority also, because sometimes, with boys, I'll talk about all the children. Sometimes they think dad is the harsh one, but mom is the soft one. We're going to talk, we'll finish with that. Let's talk about discipline a little bit. So it's good to have a both divide, have strategies. You've already talked about strategies, take away toys, take away all this, and also a smack. But you're not really insisting on the smack because children are different. The children, you tell them off and they really line up. But in a context of Australia, so someone is really coming with new children in this country. They are a bit grown, and now you're trying to instill discipline. What other measures or what other things can you really do as a mother, especially as a mother?
Like I said earlier on, that setting that you have already set at the beginning is what really guides you. This is what you want to do as a mother.
Yes.
And having to bring up maybe children in this country, maybe you've come with them from back in Kenya and they come, or they find a new life, new culture and all that. But I think mothers should not relinquish from their responsibility of being a mother and disciplining. You have to really discipline your children. And there are many ways to do it. So for me, I would say that I stood by the principles that I had put, even making their beds. They knew they had to make their beds before they go to school. They knew they had to put their clothes in place. If they left them on the floor, they'll come and find them. And I'll tell them, you have to do that. No one is going to do that for you. You have to do it.
Wow.
Yes.
So in terms, because what I'm really seeing and I'm understanding from you is that you have to have a culture in your home.
Yes.
So even if you're in Kenya, even if you're in Australia, wherever you are, if you don't have a culture and a value system in your house, then it means that discipline will be a hard sell as well. It's hard to discipline your children because there's nothing you're coming from, or there's nothing that you're shielding from. So there's no culture. And the other thing is, how do you help your children? Because now culture actually informs your identity. How do you help your children have very strong identities? And then after that, now we talk about how you stamp your authority as a mother. How do you help them form their identities? Because identity is a big thing, especially in this country as Australia.
Like I said before, And this is something that you have to tell your kids, whether they're in Kenya or whether they're in Australia, to let them know who they are. As a child, you have a sense of belonging and be proud of who you are. Be proud of even of the family where you come from. Don't just consider yourself or start looking at, your neighbors or your friends. No, we are never the same.
Yeah.
So that identity is like, just be proud of who you are as a Kenyan or as a child.
As an African.
As an African, just be proud of who you are and never allow anybody to put you down. I remember when they came to this country, they were in high school. Isaac was in primary school. But the fact that you actually affirm your child at that younger level of their age and continue affirming them, I think affirmation is something that is very important. If you affirm your child, affirm them to know that they are who they are, whether African, whether black or white, they should be proud of who they are. So really, I think that affirmation is something that is very important.
Wow.
And ingrain that in them, so that they, wherever they go, let them stand out. Let them not allow circumstances to put them down. Let them not allow situations to put them down. Not that the surroundings, be a demand of who they are, that they would think, because I've come from this culture, I should look down
on myself.
Down on myself. No.
Wow, words of affirmation from a mother.
Yes.
Every single day when they were still even young.
Yeah.
You're handsome. You're great.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a big person.
Yes.
You got this. You're gonna do it. You can do anything that you put your mind to. Just keep affirming them. Even if they go to school, they find other things that are happening. When they come back home, keep telling them you're great. You just know you're great.
Yeah.
Amazing. Words of affirmation. Words of affirmation, people.
Yes.
Words of that's powerful, because I think that's where we sometimes we let the environment raise our children and we're not taking charge. That's taking charge and being part of their life as a mother. And also something that mothers maybe struggle with, or maybe something that a mother would feel that is not a good fit, especially when it comes to maybe influence in the family, authority. How do you stamp your authority as a mother in a home?
It's a big one. I think stamping authority in a home.
How have you done it? Because you have four strong men. How does, maybe a tip to other mothers out there, and because that makes a mother feel valued, makes a mother feel she's listened to, makes a mother feel she's valuable in that home. How do you stamp that authority in your home?
I think I drew from the Word of God, and I think when you are a prayerful person as well, when you pray. And you pray for your children, you pray for your family, you pray for your husband, you pray. The words that you declare and you speak them, you don't just speak them in your private prayer courts, but when you come in that round table, you speak them. And for me, I have drawn strength from the Word of God. And with that authority, I speak because I know God has given me that authority.
Yeah.
So I do not spare the authority that God has given me. And this is the way we should go. This is the way we should do things. And so you're taking the authority of what God has given you. And I take authority over my children. I say, there's no way. I remember I said one time, I secure your future. I secure your tomorrow. I secure each and every one of you. I secure your future. That nothing will come and snatch you from my hands to see you going astray. And I made actually a declaration that no child of mine will be stolen.
Wow, powerful. Yes. Be a prayerful woman.
Yeah.
Read the Word of God and affirm yourself from that Word of God, because that's you affirming yourself as a mother.
Yeah.
And then the authority with the prayer also, God gives you favor and influence over your children and your husband.
Yeah.
So you win on your knees.
Yes.
Wow, 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 wow. So I think any advice you'd have for young moms today, as maybe we are nearing a close. Any advice that you'd have for maybe young, maybe mothers out there. Any advice you'd have, any message, any advice.
I think as I was just looking at all this, I was like, for young moms, the advice I can give you through the challenges that you go through, they shape you. It's not that I've not gone through challenges. I have gone through challenges, but those challenges have shaped me to be who I am today. And it was, I would say, be positive in every challenge that you face. Be very positive to every challenge that comes across. If you're very positive, what can I learn out of this? And as you pray, God will strengthen you in those challenges, that when you come out a stronger person. That any other challenge that comes your way, you're like, God took me out of the other one. He's able to take me through this. And be a strong woman. Never give up. Always bring your children under the cover. Remember, you're a mother chicken. So bring your children under your cover. Pray for them all the time. Declare, speak unto their lives.
Wow. Wow, what a way. Yes. What a way. So and as we wind up, how should mothers be celebrated? How should mothers be celebrated? And maybe you can wish mothers a happy Mother's Day out there, but how should we celebrate our mothers?
I think mothers should be celebrated every day because of the amount of things that they do, because they are mothers network in what they do. They're thinking about home, they're thinking about what kids are gonna eat, they're thinking about what next can I do, they're thinking about, how can I even raise this and raise money for this and the other, how do I find a field, or do I find a home? There are a lot of things that mothers do. It's not that fathers don't think about those things.
But mothers are always running around and trying to make everything fit.
Exactly.
They are the glue that brings the family together.
Exactly. So really, mothers should be celebrated every day because of who they are. They are mothers of strength, and they should be celebrated every day because of who they are and what they do.
Amazing, amazing. And feel free, you can celebrate your mother in any way. It's maybe very small gestures. You can buy her a flower on this Mother's Day. You can even, any day you can wake up, make breakfast for her. That's celebrating your mother as well. Maybe even pray for your moms as well. That is celebrating your mother. Anything that I'm leaving out that we should do, maybe, or maybe simple things for mothers.
Oh yeah, of course, yes. Mothers, if you are to, I tell you, remember to celebrate your mothers every day. Buy them a flower, just make them breakfast. If you do something, just spoil them. Do something that is very unique to just make them feel that love. Yes.
Amazing. And we want to wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day out there.
Yes.
Maybe you can wish the mothers a happy Mother's Day out there.
Yes, all mothers, I would want to wish my mom happy Mother's Day for you. I love you. I care for you, of the things that you did for me. And as a mother, really, you instilled a lot of good things in my life that I borrowed from you as a mom, that I'm using them for my children as well. So happy Mother's Day, moms.
Hi, Mom. How you doing? It's good to see you. Love you a lot. I want to wish you a happy Mother's Day. Nothing can encapsulate all you have done for me and my brothers, but the best I could do is say thank you. I love you a whole lot. Mother's Day is every day is Mother's Day, but I guess on the calendar this one says Mother's Day. But yeah, man, love you a lot. Love you, Mom. Nakupenda mama. Kabisa sana. Yes. All right. That's it. I love you.
Hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. I love you so much. You have been such a kind mom, such a caring mom. You have nurtured me ever since I was born. I have been a testament to your nurturing nature, and you've just been a light to me. I've gotten your humor. I've gotten my humor from you, and it's been such an amazing time just being with you. I will always know that I have a mom who cares for me. Every time I come home, I see you, you smile, you greet me, you embrace me, and I'm so grateful for you just being in my life. I will not take it for granted. You will always be there, and I'm so grateful to be your son. Happy Mother's Day! Woo!
Hey, my mommy, Margaret Waboiwa Daine. I just want to wish you a very happy Mother's Day. Acknowledging, mommy, everything that you've taught me, even if I was crying and huffing and puffing, I can now apply it in life, and I can see how far it has taken me. Thank you for allowing God to use you to be my mom and to instill every principle, mommy, that you have instilled in me. I thank you, I love you, and I honor you as my mom, and I pray for God's blessings and a long life, that you may enjoy the gift of being a mom through us. Love you, Sana.
Hi, Mom. Yes, Kasupu, I'm talking to you. Happy Mother's Day. Nakupenda sana. I miss you so much. Thank you for being a friend, being a counselor, being a strict parent. Kasababu kunichapa, but it has made me who I am today, and I love you so much. And most of all, thank you for teaching me to love God. I would not be where I am in my relationship with Him without you. Happy Mother's Day. Pewa chai flask mbili on me. I love you. Bye.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. You're the best mom in the world. Mwah.
Hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. I miss you so much, and I really hope you have a great day on this special day for all mothers. And I love you. Bye.
Hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for your love and your care, and for being such a strong and resilient woman. Love you, love you, love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. I love you so much. I'm so grateful to have you as a friend, my best friend, and we're able to share just experiences together, talk real things, and thank you for teaching me so much and just making me a more godly person. Love you.
Wow. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. We love you, you and your children, all the family. We really appreciate you. You've set an example for all of us, and we are proud of you. Happy Mother's Day.
Hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. I love you so much. You're such an amazing mother. You're so selfless, and I wish you a Mother's Day from me, Marlene, and Melvin. Yeah, hawako hapa lakini I present them. Love you, Mom. Mwah.